I'm Stephen Sschrader. I'm going to be the Libertarian presidential nominee. And this is my second video on the coronavirus. And the more I find out about it, the scarier it gets. If you sat down and designed it, you couldn't design a biological weapon better than this. Has a 2-week incubation period wherein you can expose everyone around you before you even start showing symptoms. It's easily transferred human to human. And even the fact that is, if we can believe the Chinese, less lethal than the normal flu is a bad thing. Because with a biological weapon, you don't want to kill the enemy's population. You want to make as many of them as sick as possible for as long as possible. That way they become a burden on the country and society, and hopefully reaching to the point where it collapses. I mean, that's the whole point of biological weapons. And a friend of mine works in the pharmaceutical industry, and they're getting some other information. And again, we can't trust the Chinese. But the thing is that, yes, they're telling us how many people have been identified with it and how many people have died. But the thing is that he pointed out that they aren't announcing anyone coming out of the hospitals. In other words, how long does this last when you get sick? And that's key important. And speaking of the Chinese, it's come out that for a month before it went public, the Chinese government was rounding up and imprisoning people that were trying to be whistleblowers to tell the world what was happening a month before it went public. So no telling where it's been or anything else. And as for its ease of transfer, details have come out of Germany's first case. In it, a Chinese businesswoman flew from China to Germany for a business meeting. In doing so, she exposed everyone on the plane. At the meeting, she exposed everyone there. And then she flew back to China, exposing everyone on that plane. And when they identified that this is how the first German case got in, they tested other people that had attended that meeting. 4 of them had it. That's how dangerous this is. And scary. Well, the thing is that, the instructions are still the same. 1, the worst thing you could possibly do is panic, okay? So do what you would do normally. Matter of fact, what you should do anyhow, just out of common sense. Stock up on some food, water, any medications you might need. And like I said, this is something you should do anyhow, because earthquakes and hurricanes happen, and a city's power grid can be taken down by a thunderstorm or a wildfire. The second worst thing we could do is not take this seriously enough. I'll trust the professionals at the CDC, Center for Disease Control, and that they have the SOPs and everything available for quarantines and are setting up for mass testing. So don't panic, but when the CDC issues instructions, follow their instructions. Okay? Now, if you'd like to see the other videos in this series, go to my campaign website, Sschrader for President, 2020.com, and I thank you for your time.